Okay, we're back, and we're gonna jump right in to summarize where we're at. So last time we found out. Well, first, let me take a step back. The game started. We washed up along a river somewhere, and we bumped into this lady called Karen, and she instructed us to go visit these ruins. We went in. The ruins took us back in time to this underground civilization, and there we learned they're sort of governed by a golden rule, where the golden rule is if you do anything that can be deemed, I don't know the best way to put it, criminal in nature, then everyone there will die a tragic death and turn to gold. So it's become our goal to find out who is going to break the golden rule and I guess prevent it from happening. Now, I have a couple theories right off the bat. So Karen was very suspicious, and we learned in the town that there was a lady, the daughter of the magistrate, who had gone missing, and her name, I think, was Scintilla, and it was kind of a mysterious disappearance. No one knows where she's at. So my theory is that Karen is Scintilla. Second theory I was playing with was the golden rule breaker, the person that we need to go find. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm the person who breaks the golden rule, or at some point during the playthrough, I will be confronted with the option to either break the rule or not break the rule. And it's unclear, why I would be put in that position just yet, but just something that kind of popped into my head, right? I mean, we're supposed to go find someone who we think is a suspect, but I think it would be interesting if we're actually the suspect. So let's keep playing. Last we left off, we spoke with the magistrate. He had a lot to say. All right, figure out how to get into Malleolus's villa is one of the objectives. So I guess we just head over there. One thing I've realized in this game is that I'm really bad with pronouncing these names. I was also wondering if these golden statues were in fact statues, or other people who had lived here in the past who had broken the golden rule, and now they're stuck as statues. There's the magistrate. Sentius was his name. This guy's doing push-ups. Who is this? Stranger.
What were you two talking about?
Sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him?
He wasn't trying to buy my vote. We weren't talking about the election. What's it worth to you? Let's go with what's it worth to you.
Spit of a fauna career. We've lined up all the votes we need already. Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
I don't want any trouble. I don't care about the election. I wasn't thinking of interfering, but now I am. Okay. I don't care about the election.
Then stay out of it. Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Okay. Fine. Mind if I ask some questions? Thanks for the warm welcome. I'll be going now. Let's ask him some questions. What's your story?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
Yeah, I'd like to meet Malleolus.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it.
Afford what?
I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
Alright. Alright, what do you want? Isn't soliciting bribes a sin? I'll see what I can do. Forget it, I'll find another way in. Let's ask him what he wants.
Know. Something good.
Something good, okay.
Bribe?
Let's give this a
That's
sin.
such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron.
Alright, I'll see what I can
Just
do.
make it good.
Well, we don't have anything of value, so I can't give him anything right now. Do you know a way out of here?
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
What do you think about the golden
I
rule?
think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
Sounds great. How can I help in some way? How's he gonna do that? Yeah, how's he gonna do
He's
it?
going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
Sounds great. Can I help?
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Malleolus, of course. If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us?
Fair point. Okay, I'll be going now.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Alright. That was Domitius? What's this say? Sentius and Malleus. Same excrement, different smell. Okay. Alright. Well, we're learning there's two different factions in this town. Oh. Okay. Yeah, let's go in here. Let's have a look around. Don't know what Oh. Tap X for a guide toward your objective marker. Okay. Alright, I guess my guide didn't want me to go that way. Fine. I didn't do that, by the way. It turned me towards the door. It made me go that way. I was just, you know, hoping to have a look around that building there, but I guess not. Okay, Shrine of Apollo. Oh, hello. See, why would a statue just randomly be placed here? It just seems like there's been other people here in the past. Okay, who's this? Lucretia?
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Julia. She was a good woman.
What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
That snake's cruel black eyes. Is there something I can do to help?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetricum fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Alright. Updated main goal. Tell Sentius you suspect Lucretia. Oh, I see. She's saying she's gonna break the golden rule. It seems like the golden rule's getting broken left and right in this town already. Like, there's a lot of suspicious people. Alright, let's see. I'll get right on it. I'll see what I can do. This will prioritize the quest. Yeah, sure.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Alright. Julia. Let's find out more about Lucretia first.
Feeling all right?
What's your story?
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
Well, how did you end up here?
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
Sorry to hear that.
It's all right. Say what you will about this place, at least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
Why are you working out of a shrine?
This shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Kind of. Tell me more about Nevia.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
Who?
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
I kind of want to I want to explore the palace.
Really?
Let's change
That
up
would be
and
wonderful.
do that one instead.
Thank you. Let me know how you go.
All right. I think she had one more option
Feeling
there.
all right?
Actually, she's got
I
3.
wish.
Do you know a
Some
way out of
people
here?
here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine.
Should really go save that Navia lady. Seems like Lucretia is not going to help us very much. What do you think about the golden
A
rule?
city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands.
Can we talk about
Sure.
Lulia?
What do you want to
Ulia?
know?
You think she was poisoned or was it self-inflicted?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Okay. Do you know what poisoned her?
Hemlock, I believe.
Hemlock. I don't know what that is. Is there any reason why she might have wanted to
I
die?
haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolas' villa, and they are quite secretive. Gladly.
All right.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Apparently isn't much. All right. That was Lucretia. Inspect. Medical tools. A collection of barbaric-looking medical implements, including forceps and shears. Mortar and pestle. The mortar and pestle haven't changed much in the last 2 millennia. Right. Old chest locked. Oh. Okay. Loaf of bread. A circular loaf of bread designed to be pulled apart into wedges. It appears to be freely available to anyone who wants it. Okay, so I can just take it? Well, thank you. Should I take all the loaves of bread? I don't know if you can actually use this. Is this the guy I need to talk to? Opius, the thief stole my purse, and whoever wrote this, did not get to finish. Alright, here's Decius.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Decius. Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
Okay, before we get into this, let's find out more about him. What's your story?
And how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Let's hear it.
Right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, hoping to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me.
Okay.
All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables.
Jeez.
But, to my surprise, we make it. And I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin. So I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
You chose the cart, didn't you?
Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
So you took her with you after all?
No, so I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Commiserations.
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
Do you know a way out of
I'm
here?
afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Yeah, like you. Really? I hadn't noticed. Thanks, I'll keep an eye out for them. What do you think about the golden rule?
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Obtain a bow. Alright. Hasn't the magistrate banned weapons?
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
Okay.
Thank you, friend.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
Oh. Okay. I'd like you to vote for Sentius. I don't know if I want to pick that yet because I haven't met Malleolus. So let's talk about something else first. Okay. Okay. Let's ask him about the resin.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
All right. How would I come up with 1,000 denarii? You're price gouging over life-saving medicine. What's wrong with you? I don't have that kind of money.
That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years?
I don't have that kind of money.
Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget? Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
Do I have to steal the resin? You're price gouging over life-saving medicine. What is wrong with you?
No, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it. Hear what? You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands.
What happened to
She
Navia?
claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this Sylphium or not?
How about I just take it instead?
Well, if you did that, you'd break the golden rule and we'd share the same fate as the last lot who lived here. Is that what you want?
Suppose you're right. Is that what you want? If not, hand them over now. You don't, Oh boy. You don't know that for sure. I'll take my chances.
Don't you dare.
Where is it? Okay. So the whispers are telling me just to take it. Do I trust the
Hey,
whispers?
Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
I'm just trying to think about what I want to do here. I can just take it and see whether the whispers are steering me in the wrong direction. Or I could try and figure out another way where I can bargain this away from him. Let me see. A bottle of sylphium resin, an extremely valuable ancient Roman remedy for... Wait.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Wait, what's... what just happened? Breaking the golden rule is the end. Instead of reloading a save, we recommend following the magistrate instead. Okay, so I gotta go... okay, I gotta go find the magistrate. Ow. Well, the whispers seem to be steering me wrong. I didn't really want to anger the statues and have them come at me. Okay. All right. Okay, so now...
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
I'm Chris and we've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to see Sentius so he can tell me about the golden rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem, I have to go.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
What is that? A rudimentary wooden zipline handlebar.
Just
Alright.
attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Okay, thanks, I'll be
All
going
right.
now.
See you around.
Okay, let me save the game here.